want to talk to you today about something called the constant of proportionality. You know, when we get to looking at tables in algebra, we get to thinking about what type of rule is happening in the table when you have input and then you're given some output. Okay? So if you've got a multiplier or a scalar where you have a number that is multiplied by each one of your inputs every time, that's going to be a relationship that is called proportional. And you can find the constant of proportionality. The constant is the number that's being multiplied by the input to give you the output. Okay? So, you know, generally when you have tables that are given to you, the input is the x, the output is the y, and then you can easily see those given to you as ordered pairs, so you can plot them on the coordinate plane. Remember, the coordinate plane has the 4 quadrants, and you can get points plotted on there. Sometimes you may have tables that don't have an x and a y, but remember, as an algebraic thinker, you can substitute different variables in there for input and output. Okay? Now, the way that you find the constant of proportionality is you always divide the dependent variable by the independent variable. All right? And that is going to be that constant of variation. And in algebra, we use a k value to represent that constant. All right? So let's say I'm looking at this table and I tell you that it is proportional. That means it's got a multiplier and I want you to find it. So what you would do is you would say, hey, okay, I'm going to get that k value by choosing one of the pairs. I'm going to choose the first one, 2 and 10. And I'm going to take the y value, which is 10, and I'm going to divide it by the x value, 2. So the k value in this table should be 5. The way I can check that is I can check all of the input values and say, hey, is 2 times 5 that? Yes. Is 4 times 5 this? Is 6 times 5 that? Is 20 times 5 that? Yes, it works. Let's go over here to our table where our input is represented by A and our output is represented by B. You know, I'm still going to use this same idea of y divided by x. Dependent variable divided by the independent variable. Now in this case, it's going to be B divided by A, and that's how I'm going to get that k value, B over A. So let's just practice that one with this table. So I could pick a pair, and I would say, okay, the k value in this case is going to be 10 divided by 30, and then I'm going to simplify that. So the k value is actually 1/3 because 10 over 30 reduces to 1/3 or simplifies to 1/3. What that means is I can plug in this input and say, hey, what am I multiplying that by in order to get my output? 30 times 1/3 is 10. Yeah, that works. So 1/3 of 30, it's like 30 divided by 3. 60 times 1/3, that's 20. 90 times 1/3, that gives me 30. Okay? So the k value is always dependent divided by the independent variable. And that's how you get the constant of proportionality.